everybody, it's Rachel. In this video, I am going to show you how to use pattern paper, pattern vinyl, and pattern HTV. So I feel as though pattern vinyl or HTV is really hard to use sometimes and to gain some inspiration. So the whole purpose of this video is to show you how to use your pattern paper or your pattern vinyl in your everyday decor. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, pattern paper is not something that is not new. For sure I've used pattern paper, but I wanted to show you a little cute Valentine's Day decor with pattern paper. So what we're gonna do, and it's not gonna be your typical pink and red. I thought I would give it to those individuals that doesn't really like to use traditional colors for Valentine's Day. So I thought this is for you because I'm not going to use pink and red at all in this design here. So I had purchased this from Hobby Lobby. Originally $7, I got it for $1.75. While it's cute on its own, and Mom, if you are watching, no, or my daughter has not been promoted to Big Sister. It's just, in fact, I have another one that says promoted to Big Brother. I bought a couple of these just because I like to see them as blanks when I am crafting. So I'm going to leave the sides the way they are, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in my pattern paper here. So I'm going to use buffalo check for this design here. So what I'll do is I'm going to use Mod Podge and just to glue it down. I actually used my art glitter glue for a previous project and I had to redo it because it really messed it up. So, and usually, you know, art glitter glue is not that bad. So, when it comes to paper crafts, so I was a little bit disappointed of how it ruined it. But you can get any type of Mod Podge, really. It doesn't have to be the glossy one like I had, just happens to be the one that I grabbed for. But anyways, so I'm just going to spread it around, and I'm going to move quickly because this does dry pretty fast. So I want to make sure that you get the edges really well. And then, okay, so I think that is good. I might have to touch it up, and then I will simply align this to the side as best as possible. Now, if you're working with a pattern that doesn't really have straight lines, then you don't have to worry about that so much. But because I am, that is going to be obviously a concern of mine, right? Okay, so I'm going to flip this over. I can already see an area where I may have to add some Mod Podge, but I'm going to try to push that down and apply some pressure to this. So ideally, when you're doing this, you want to give it time to set and for the glue to dry up. But because time is of essence for me right now, I'm going to work a little bit faster. So I'm going to get out my X-Acto knife or my True Control knife. And now you can, I usually like to sand this off, but because I am wanting to work a little faster here, I'm going to use sanding. I feel like it's going to rip up my paper if it's not completely adhered, whereas the X-Acto knife, I don't have to worry about that as much. So, and I like sanding it just because it gives you more of a finished look, in my opinion. It almost looks like it's part of the design. So that's just the way I like to do it. Doesn't mean you have to. I got this from Hobby Lobby and for 69 cents, not bad. Got a few sheets of that. Okay, very good. So now what I'm going to do is use a different glue because I don't think Mod Podge really works with what I want to do next. I'm going to use my, I'm going to use my art glitter glue for this next portion. So again, this is going to be a Valentine's Day. I actually have two Valentine's Day projects. I'm doing 3, mainly because it's around Valentine's Day that I'm releasing this video. So I thought, why not use Valentine's Day as some of my crafts. So what I thought would be kind of cute is I did these hearts and this kind of fits in with my buffalo check theme in my house. So I cut them at different sizes. Now this is glitter cardstock, and I did one large, one medium, and then I did a few small ones. So I'm going to try to, now my idea was to bend them, although I'm not entirely sure if I really want to do that or not. Keep them flat. No, I don't like them flat. No, I most certainly can use foam tape to give it more that dimensional look. Do I want them flat though and raised, or do I want them bent? Okay, foam tape it is. I was thinking of, okay, let me just place, this is my struggle. I always struggle with trying to be random, because I always want to try to, and I'm going to have some that are going to come off, but of course be mindful of the bottom that I can't have them come off the bottom here. But I always try to, find order in my randomness. So, oops. Let's see here. I feel like I'm a little off balance. You know, here, I'm going to overthink this. Give me a second. Let me overthink this. If I turn one like that, I don't know. We're going to go like this. Have that pop off. This comes up here. Okay, before I overthink that, that is what we will do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get foam dots, or foam squares. Not foam squares. I'm going to go ahead and get the foam on here, and then I'm going to fast forward to this part because I'm sure that you guys don't want to see me do this non-stop. Okay, so I don't know if the foam tape, at least the one that I am using, made a whole lot of difference. Doesn't look like there's too much pop as much as I would have hoped, but I still think overall it came out super adorable. And I like how some of them came off of the side of the frame here, and oh, I just love that glitter, you guys. I use this glitter actually for Halloween. I bought it for Halloween, and I made some bats out of the cardstock. But I think, given if you don't like the traditional pink and reds and purples for Valentine's Day, this is a great alternative, especially if buffalo check is your thing. Let's go ahead and move into pattern vinyl. So I went ahead and, now this is a sublimation tumbler, but I'm not going to do sublimation on this, as we're going to use pattern vinyl. So before I put that over here, I'm going to get my rubbing alcohol and clean the surface. Now I most certainly can take off the vinyl and turn this into a sublimation project down the road. The only thing is you're going to run it into the risk is, you know, peeling it up, and then it might take some of the finishing off of off of the cup. So you just want to be mindful of that. But I don't think I'm gonna, I have plenty. Actually, I bought a pack of these, so I have others I can do for sublimation. I'm gonna go ahead and weed out my little pattern here. Got this from Paper Studio, and this is Oracle. And I'm just going to go ahead and weed it out. So I just wrote my name in this really cute font. But, okay, so I'm going to get some transfer tape out. And I don't know if how well this transfer tape is going to work. Only because I've used it a few times in some previous craft projects. So, I might get one more use out of it. And then we might have to discard it. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna come over here and I'll put that on there. Okay, so we're gonna need to scrape this down first and apply that to our cup. Okay, that should be pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my cup over here, and I'm gonna turn around and face it towards me, and let's go ahead and try to find the center. Okay, so I got it. So what I'm gonna do is get that center down first, and then roll it that direction, and then roll it this direction. Okay. You also want to make sure that you give yourself enough room to sip, but I'm one of those people that I like to have my design facing outward, not facing me. I don't know, I always feel like that's backwards when people have it facing towards themselves. So, but that's just my personal preference, and of course we can disagree. That's what makes us unique individuals. So I personally don't really mind it being closer. I think I got a little closer to the top than I want to anyways, which again is fine. And I'll just have to have it facing out like I normally would. Now you can take this a step further and use a offset, like offset this design. Now what I did is I went into Design Space and I just went into images and I typed in labels, and this actually had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so on and so forth. And I just, of course, got rid of all of that, and I really just liked the shape of this. So, and you could take it a step further, offset it so that way you can have an outline of your label, but I kind of like it paired with just as it is. Okay. Let's bring this in. Now you could either have it going this direction or being read from, I like it being read from top to bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that and place it on here. Okay, so I think I found a good location for my text. So again, I'm gonna roll that this direction, and then I'm gonna want to scrape that down. I think that's good. There we go. Oh, love it. And I'm really glad that I went with a black. To be honest, I actually redid this and I deleted it and restarted it. I did a little circle with my monogram on there and it just didn't pop like it is popping now. So I'm really glad that I redid this. But yeah, so this is a great use, or a great way to use that pattern vinyl that you bought. So you thought it was so cute and you just have no idea how to use it. This is a great way to take advantage. Now, most certainly you don't have to use a sublimation tumbler. You could just use any type of tumbler or even a coffee cup or whatever the case is. So, but anyways, yeah, I think that turned out adorable. In this last craft of using pattern vinyl / pattern cardstock, we're going to make a pillowcase for Valentine's Day. So here are my two vinyls that we're going to be using. So I'm going to go ahead and get that weeded out first. And I got my heat press heating up. Now I did get this, actually I didn't. I got this as a gift. My mother, my sister and I, we do monthly gifts. So, and not like we rotate. So 1 month I'll buy it for my sister, and then my sister buys for my mom, and then my mom buys for me, and then we rotate every month. So each person gets a new person every month. And we have a spending limit, and it can come any time during the month. It could be the last day, it could be the first day, could be in the middle of the month, whatever. And so I got this cute set of iron-on as a monthly gift. Go ahead and move that over there. I did not intend to have it buffalo check or That was my heat press. I did not intend for a checkered theme craft, but it's kind of the way it came together. But anyways, so yeah, that's what we do every month. We've been doing it, I think 3 years now, and it's fun. It's nice to get a little surprise. It's like Christmas every month. You know, it's just a little gift, and you can either spend the full amount of the limit or you can do less, whatever. But anyways, it's so fun. I love it, and it's a surprise. You never know when you're gonna get it. Actually, I just got mine. I guess apparently there's 2 parts of my gift this month from my sister had me this month, and it's nice because, you know, I live, granted my mom and my sister live close together, but I live very far away from them. So it's a little way for us to stay close to each other and have fun. But anyways, I just got part 1 of my gift today, and I guess the other part's going to come in tomorrow. But my sister got me some Cricut mats, so that was very much appreciated. Okay, now that I got my 2 sets of vinyl iron on, I'm going to move that over here, and then I'm going to bring in my pillowcase. So it's just an 18 by 18 pillowcase, and this is actually sublimation. However, I don't have a big enough sublimation printer to be able to print at this size, and again, I don't want to do sublimation, so I'm just going to lint roll this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be mindful of where my zipper is at, because I want the zipper at the bottom of this. And then what I'm going to do, we're going to do a layered effect. So I never used this vinyl before, so it didn't even tell me how much or what the temperature should be. So I'm just kind of guessing of what the temperature. Oh, I have this, yeah, way off then. So I don't even know. And also, you want to kind of be mindful of the bottom. You kind of want to have yours up just a little bit because of, you know, the way the pillow sits and everything, and how it gets stuffed in there. So I got my heat press set at 330, and if I need to apply more heat, I will. But I think I'm going to try that for now. I'm going to have to press in sections just because the size of my heat press. Okay, I think that should be good to go. Okay, so I'm going to remove that from my heating pad because I don't want it to retain that heat. And then I'll flip it over. Now, just to explain, I did have to go at a smaller size of the heart just because they didn't give me a full 12 by 12 sheet, so that was unfortunate. So I was pretty unhappy about that, but what are you gonna do? And then I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off. I'm gonna be really careful to monitor my entire design here, and I just did a basic shape. I used the heart under the basic shape and just sized it up to what I wanted. Okay, there we go. That turned out really good. So 330 for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to bring back my heating pad. I'm going to keep this because I'm going to need that to protect my vinyl. And then this just says love, and then it's gonna go, let me see here. Trying to get an idea of where I'd like this to get placed. Okay, I think that's cute. So I'm gonna put my carrier sheet over my heart because, you know, any exposed vinyl, HTV, will melt and ruin your project. So my best advice is don't discard that carrier sheet, or you can use parchment paper to protect it as well. That would work just fine. Okay. Now that I got that heated down, or heated up, I should say, I'm gonna remove my mat and then turn it over and let that cool down, and then we'll peel that up and put the pillow in here. I think that has cooled down, so I'm gonna peel this top liner off. Again, I'm still gonna be careful to make sure that oops, I do have some lifting. Careful that I don't have any lifting. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I don't think I have any problem areas. So that is officially done. I'm going to turn off my heat press. We don't need the carrier sheet anymore. 3 different types of pattern. We got iron-on, we got regular adhesive vinyl, and then we got cardstock. So hopefully this inspired you to get out your pattern vinyl or pattern cardstock and take advantage of it and create something really awesome. I like each one of them. I like how they turned out, and yeah, I'm super happy to take advantage of, or I am super happy that I took advantage of different types of mediums as far as pattern is concerned, because again, we all know, we're crafters, so we know how hard it can be to use anything that is pattern, and especially when it comes to vinyl crafting. So anyways, I hope that you gain some inspiration and get out your pattern cardstock or adhesive or even the iron-on and create something fun and exciting. All right, give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and if you'd like to see more of ways I can use, like for example, Cricut pins. I'm going to bring that to my channel. We're also going to go ahead and do coasters and all that fun stuff. So stay tuned. I got more exciting stuff coming to my channel. Again, thank you for supporting my channel. I wish you guys a wonderful day. Bye.